Picture this. You're on your phone at night. You weren't planning to buy anything, you're just scrolling. Then you see it. A jacket, a phone, a pair of headphones, something you don't need but suddenly really want. You tap on it, you check the price, and instead of feeling that little gut punch of ouch, you see four beautiful words. Buy now, pay later. No interest, no stress, just $27 today. You think, that's basically nothing. You tap confirm, and you move on with your night feeling weirdly proud of yourself for being responsible. And then a month goes by, and another, and suddenly your bank account feels tight, but you can't point to why. If that felt a little too familiar, yeah, keep watching. My name is Denver, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart people keep making financial decisions that quietly work against them. And if you're someone who feels like you're earning money but somehow never getting ahead, like your paycheck disappears faster than it should, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, because this one is going to mess with how you see money. Here's the thing. Buy now, pay later didn't become popular because it's helpful. It became popular because it's psychologically perfect. Not for you, for the companies using it. And once you see the trick, you can't unsee it. Now look, traditional debt used to feel painful. You had to apply, you had to think, you saw interest rates, you saw monthly payments, there was friction. BNPL removed all of that. According to data from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, BNPL usage exploded more than 10x in just a few years, especially among people under 35. Klarna alone reports over 150 million users globally. But here's what most people don't realize. This isn't a payment method, it's a behavioral hack. Let me explain. Your brain does something fascinating and dangerous when it sees prices. When you see something costs $200, your brain registers pain, actual pain. Neuroscience studies show that spending money activates the same brain regions as physical discomfort. That pain is supposed to protect you, but when that $200 becomes 4 payments of $50, something breaks. Your brain no longer processes it as a loss, it processes it as a subscription, a future you problem. This is where it gets interesting. Researchers call this mental accounting. Your brain doesn't see money as one big pool. It creates fake buckets. Rent money, food money, fun money, tiny payments that don't matter money. BNPL lives entirely in that last bucket. Now you might be thinking, okay, but I pay it off. There's no interest. What's the harm? Fair question. Let's talk math. Say you buy a $240 item using BNPL. That's $60 today. Easy. Now do that 4 times in 1 month. Shoes, a gadget, clothes, something random. That's $240 in monthly obligations you just created without ever feeling like you spent $240. According to a study published by the CFPB, BNPL users are significantly more likely to overdraw their bank accounts and carry balances elsewhere. Not because they're irresponsible, but because the system is designed to hide total cost. Here's the metaphor. BNPL is like eating snacks that don't come with nutrition labels. Each bite feels harmless, but you never see the total calories until it's too late. Now look, companies know this. That's why BNPL buttons aren't buried, they're highlighted, sometimes bigger than the actual price. The real price is visually minimized, the payment is emphasized. That's not accidental, that's design. Here's what most people don't realize. BNPL increases average order value by up to 30 to 40% for retailers. Klarna openly reports this in their merchant materials. Translation? People spend more when pain is delayed, and your brain happily agrees to that deal. Now let's talk about addiction, because yes, this functions like one. BNPL triggers a dopamine loop. You get the reward now, you defer the cost later. That's the same psychological mechanism behind gambling and credit card overspending. And here's the scary part. Each successful BNPL purchase trains your brain. It teaches you, I can have things without consequences, until consequences show up all at once. Missed payments, fees, stacked obligations, stress, and suddenly the free payment plan isn't free anymore. According to the CFPB, a significant percentage of BNPL users miss at least one payment, and many incur late fees, especially repeat users. This is where it gets uncomfortable. BNPL doesn't replace credit cards, it creates new spending. People who use BNPL are more likely to impulse buy items they wouldn't have purchased otherwise. So it's not helping you manage money, it's helping companies extract more of it. Now you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this just self-control? Partly, but also no. Because humans are predictably irrational. We are terrible at evaluating future costs. We discount tomorrow's pain heavily. That's why retirement saving is hard and impulse spending is easy. BNPL weaponizes that bias. Here's what most people don't realize. The danger isn't the interest rate. The danger is fragmentation. Instead of one clear expense, you now have 6 tiny obligations spread across time. Your brain can't feel the weight of them all at once, so you keep saying yes. This is how people with decent incomes end up feeling broke, not because they're bad with money, but because money is being sliced into invisible pieces. Let me give you a real-world example. 2 people earn $4,000 a month. Person A buys a $300 item up front. They feel it. They adjust their spending. Person B uses BNPL for the same item, $75 times 4. They barely notice. But now person B feels comfortable doing it again and again and again. 3 months later, person B has $600 to $800 locked into future payments. They didn't overspend in one moment. They overspent in installments. This is the psychological trick. BNPL separates decision-making from consequences. That separation is incredibly profitable. Now let's talk about who gets hurt the most. Younger users, lower-income users, people living paycheck to paycheck. Not because they're careless, but because they don't have margin. When your budget has no breathing room, even small obligations matter. BNPL thrives on thin margins. And here's the quiet part nobody likes to say out loud. Companies don't make money when you use BNPL responsibly. They make money when you slip. Late fees, merchant kickbacks, increased spending. That's the business model. Now here's where I want to flip the script. BNPL isn't evil, but it is dangerous if misunderstood. So let's talk about how to use your brain against it. First, collapse the illusion. Anytime you see 4 payments of X dollars, multiply it immediately. Force your brain to see the real number. Say it out loud if you have to. Second, track future you money. If you're going to use BNPL, write down every active payment like a bill, not as tiny payments, as obligations. Third, add friction back in. The reason BNPL works is because it's easy, so make it harder. Wait 24 hours, close the app, revisit it later. Impulse fades faster than you think. Fourth, and this is big, ask this question before every BNPL purchase. Would I still buy this if I had to pay in full today? If the answer is no, you don't want the item, you want the feeling, and that feeling is expensive. Now here's the final thing I want to leave you with. BNPL didn't make people bad with money. It revealed how fragile our decision-making is when psychology is used against us. Money isn't just math, it's emotion, timing, perception, and the more you understand that, the harder you are to manipulate. You don't need more discipline, you need better awareness, because once you see the trick, it stops working. And that's how you take control back. If this changed how you see buy now, pay later, hit the thumbs up so the algorithm knows this mattered. And if you want more videos breaking down the hidden psychology behind everyday money decisions, subscribe, because this stuff affects your wallet whether you notice it or not. And now that you know, you'll notice it everywhere.